Maayong adlaw!
Welcome to the Podpointe.
Season 3!
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Podpointe, episode 5, season 3. Let's go, yes sir. I'll be your host. I'll be one of your hosts for today. My name is John Resty, or Resty. Any will do just fine. And I'm here with my co-hosts.
That's me, Janine. Thanks, John, for
Yeah, and
for the energy.
Of course, me, JR. Welcome back.
JR,
welcome back,
Dr.
welcome
JR.
back. Hapit na.
Hapit na. Right. So yeah, we are your hosts for today.
Yeah.
What is up, everybody?
So we'll just do a little bit of like chit-chat for a few minutes, John. So, kamustahan section for the meantime. So, how are you, John? Especially sa imuhang wedding preparations.
Kapoy. I'm tired.
Tired, literally.
Tired, literally, but excited.
Ay.
That's the important part, right?
More important part, John. JR.
Being excited for the for the upcoming date, right?
That's true. Yes.
How about you, Ate Janine? Kamusta?
Laoy. Wa ko na ready sa akong answer. Kamusta? Well, this week it's been pretty busy with work also as always, but always thankful raman jud pod. Nothing extraordinary happened. Just being busy with work and also with the ministries, especially sa Podpointe. Taghan
Yeah.
i-prep behind the scenes pod.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's it for me.
Ikaw, JR, how are you?
Super tired this week because
Super tired.
Very, very much so because aside from work, I'm dealing with patients with for around like an average of 20 to 25 patients
Ano? Is it
per
like
day.
each
per day. Yeah.
pod jud, grabe?
Yeah, and then
Consultations, right?
yeah, not necessarily consultations, but also those people who are like for their pre-employment medical examination. And then aside from having that kind of work, I also had the opportunity to teach my medical reliever as well because in our setup, you need to have a medical reliever before you can actually take a leave. Because I have three rather, aside from Podpointe, I have 3 speakerships that I went on
Ahira
this
jud
week.
ang speakership. Ay.
So so the preparations and then the amount of pressure that I had to dealt or to undergo through that kind of speakership was immense.
Yeah.
And then that was so stressful for me this
Yeah.
week. That's why it's very tiring this week.
Yeah.
And then for the next week, we have another intense pressure because we're gonna have an audit na sa
Ganahan lagi ko sa mga words, super and intense.
Yes, very much so. Okay, we have an audit sa ISO. So
sa
it's-
inyong company.
yeah,
I
sa
see.
clinic, and then we have to be prepared for that, and there will be several audits after that week. So it's very stressful. Pero thank God na
Yeah.
nahuman na good down.
Nakasurvive.
Survive
ra
na
jud.
good down.
Very
Yeah.
productive, very productive.
Yeah,
yung
very
one.
much so.
And by the way, to our viewers, new and for those who do not know who JR is, if I may share, he's actually a psychoanalyst?
Psychometrician.
Psychometrician.
And then I am a psychologist in training as well.
Yeah, psychologist in training, and
So-
he's been doing seminars as well, guys. So
Yeah.
if you are interested,
You can
and
go
yeah, you can go
contact him
contact him.
through us.
We have a commission fee,
Yeah.
affiliate marketing.
Yeah, so I know you guys are really like super busy. That's why I'm thankful, Jud, nga even though amidst the business that we have, we still have time to like do some postings sa Podpointe. So really, really thank you for that. Guys, and of course, as for our viewers, and our listeners, I hope you guys are doing okay. And if you are busy, take time to like breathe in, breathe out, and rest as much as you can when needed. Yeah. So without further ado, naghuwat dyan ni dinhi ang ato ang pinakagwapa nga guest karong adlaw. Yeah, so we'd like to welcome back Joy.
Hello guys, I miss Podpointe.
Yeah. She came from the land down,
Down under.
Yeah. Unsa asa man na? Trivia.
Good day, Mike. How are you, Mike?
I'm good.
Oh no. Where's the Aussie accent, Mike?
Yeah, so welcome back, Joy. And
Hi.
Welcome.
I'm so happy
Welcome.
to be back.
and I said welcome back because you were with us
Yes.
for the first and second season. Ba? Sakto ba?
First season, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for the
Season,
First season.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
the first season of the Podpointe. So wala pa yung video.
Yes.
Audio pa ta ato,
Yes.
Joy.
yes.
And just a quick, sharing regarding Joy, because I remember the top nga episode jud sa ato I think for the whole season is your kuan jud.
The love episode.
Yes, what is love episode? Diba? Anyway, so okay,
Speaking of what is love, just kidding.
I'll have John
Let's save it for later.
go.
Save
John,
the best for last.
throw her the first
Yeah,
question.
so let's go and
Let's
let's
go.
dive into it. So, Joy. Joy.
I always like to call her Joy to the world.
Joy to the world, yeah.
So, how many days or weeks have you been here in Cebu so far?
More than a week already. I think I turned 1 week atong Thursday. I arrived here March 14.
And how was your mini vacation so far?
It was all good. Like I before I went here in the Philippines, I had this kind of bucket list wherein I want to do the things that I want to do when I come back.
Social bucket list.
Yeah, bucket list.
Yeah, speaking of bucket list, what is the highlight man sa imong bucket list?
Bitaw.
I actually, super highlight was that I didn't expect that my family will,
I saw that
I saw
video.
that. I saw. I
do
know what you're
a
referring to.
ban something outside the airport because I thought it was not permitted. So thank you sa guards sa airport for permitting us for permitting them to do it. Because
Shout out Mactan Airport.
yes,
Thank
best airport
you.
in the world. But anyway, so nakuan ko ato. I think that was the biggest highlight when I came back. It was all like super duper welcome, Jude. Like literal na welcome. And I had one bucket list after dayon going to Sumilon Island. I haven't been there
Me
yet
too.
ever since. So like I just for the first time I snorkel nga without the boat. They just have this kind of murag floating device lang ba, and then you just murag ato lang ka mo gunit and then you swim around with the fishes and everything. So
I bet it was beautiful there.
it is very good.
Wala naman kanimo gipang touch ang mga turtles.
There's no turtles, so guys.
Mga corals.
Wala sad. I cannot go down that
Kailangan ko
much.
sa DNR nga kuan din.
Basig makita niya ka na mo sa Facebook
Ay.
ikagayan.
No,
Ma-viral ya ka for all the wrong reasons.
Kuya one. So yeah, so that's it. Like meeting a lot of people, having being surprised as well on a welcome party organized by my parents. So I think that was the highlights of the trip or coming back.
Yeah. Looking
Yeah.
back at your photos and videos, nakadyo ko, wow, so much love
Yes.
from the people around you.
How did
Thank
your
you,
brother
thank you.
react when pagkita niya ni mo for
Kanano
the
sa
first time
questions?
after a year?
Can't recall.
Actually, when she came to the clinic, I was
yeah.
still
Ay,
I was
bitaw.
still working,
Oo.
and then I
Yeah.
just had the opportunity to hug ate. Para
Sample dagi yun sa inyo paghug yung ate. By the way, guys, for the benefit of our viewers, JR and Joy are
Yeah.
siblings.
Yeah.
Yes.
Guess lang ninyo kinsay maguwang nilang
Dawato na ba na ako kamatuon?
Yeah. We have to accept
Accept the
truth.
fact.
That's
Okay.
good. That's good nga. You hugged it out.
Yeah.
So sweet. Sana all.
Oh, diba, he
Hug
didn't,
with
he
Ikuan
was
to-
not the one to
what's-
go to the airport. I was the one who went to his clinic.
Yeah.
Yun, diba? That's how I love him.
Because
Oh.
I can't go outside work when there's still patients because
Really, really busy.
Busy, Jude, busy.
very busy. Yeah.
Yeah. As I've said, diba, so much love from the people around
Yes.
you, Joy. And I'm glad that you're enjoying so far your vacation
Vacation.
here. Yeah, so I'm going to transition to the second question, but I think it would be JR. Who'll
So-
do so? Go, JR.
So no, we've talked about earlier how you had the opportunity to go back to to go to Australia and to study there, and perhaps work. No? And then we're gonna talk about how like the journey from or the transition rather from being a public teacher to a culinary student and practicing and working there, especially outside the Philippines and at Australia.
Mm.
Yeah.
Thank you for that wonderful question.
Charm sa ni beauty pageant.
How does it feel that it's your brother asking you that?
Nakaka-pressure. But then I'm very happy that I am able to have this kind of opportunity to go with JR as well in the Podpointe.
Yeah.
No? But to answer your question,
Char.
ano bitaw, I think I cited 3 reasons why I want to go to Australia. I think the first one was I want to seek God's guidance because working as a teacher during the pandemic has, I think, burned me out a lot. Na burn out jud ko. So I'm like, can I do something more or something that is not connected to the family or like, you know, because for those people who don't know that my parents are teachers as well, so we're kind of a family of teachers, and I want to see that ba na can I do something a bit different as well because apart from JR, I have also a older brother na different from the teaching field,
Yeah.
and I was the only one who was
Following the
following the
footsteps.
footsteps, and which I enjoyed it, but it's just like, you know, like I was just thinking, Lord, give me guidance. Should I go for something more that I want to do? But because since I'm still young, diba?
Young at heart.
Young at heart,
How young?
Thank you, JR, for commenting that.
How young?
Bitaw, yeah. So go ahead, continue.
so yeah. So number one is no, that was number one. I need more like change of career.
Yeah.
Second is exploring new capabilities that I can have. Okay, I mean teaching. I think is, I know it's a gift. I know it's like I feel like na inborn ako for, you know, teaching. Kind of, yeah. Because I was in a teaching or kids ministry since I was in grade 5.
Amazing.
So, murag, I think I want to try something new ba?
Yeah.
Can I do it? Murag, something like that. So, trying another kind of ability.
A challenge for you
Yeah.
also.
And just a trivia, I almost burned our kitchen before.
Like at home.
At home.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I like kanang experimenting food or something ba without knowing the eye that there's a leak on the gas.
Hello.
So yeah, it burned our kitchen. To cut the story short, yes, the kitchen was burned. I got traumatized not to touch even a gas range, and being with an LPG
Yeah.
tank. Kay I was traumatized of the flame ba. So I think I was taking that kind of adventurous mind na can I do something like this? Diba? Can I go back to cooking? And I was very happy I was exposed to a teachers immersion program where I went
think I
to work.
remember you.
Yeah, I work in
sharing me
water
that.
in one of the hotels here in Cebu and also a bakery in Streetscape.
Yeah.
So I think that was the one that pushed me to like
It opened
go
doors for you to
yes.
like, oh.
I want to
You
experience
wanted-
this
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
industry. So that's all. And then trying to be fully independent. That's the third reason.
Yeah.
I want to be fully independent, away from my parents, away from friends and family, could I stand on my own ba? And it's just amazing that I had this kind of opportunity
Yeah.
na going out from the country.
Yeah.
So everything was like murag super plain, like first kanang murag everything is for you, ano na siya kanang murag from the start
Yeah.
gid ka ba,
From
from
scratch.
bottom, yes, from scratch. So yeah, that was the three reasons why I decided to be an international student in Australia.
Yeah. How was the transition from the Philippines and going there to Australia?
Like, what are the
Um,
some culture shocks that
culture
that
shocks?
you've
I think number one was the language. Language barrier, yes, because we are here in the Philippines. We are used to have an American accent, like American English, but there they have a different kind of slang, different kind of accent, different
Somehow
kind
British
of
man sila. British
yeah.
English man sila.
And then kung super thick po na kayo ang accent,
Yeah.
it's difficult for you to hear what they are saying.
Yeah.
You look at their body language sometimes just to understand. What else? Socialization sad nila dito. It's quite different. People there are. I think Australia is a diverse country. They have absorbed diverse cultures as well. So it really depends. It's really murag, you go through the flow first, and then you'll find your tune. Murag something ano
Yeah.
ba. So yeah, the transition was a little bit difficult at first because it's a foreign country. You don't know what you are looking for. You don't know asa ka mo trabaho. What will be your first work? Everything is so like blank.
Yeah.
You just have to be like apply, and everything, and you have to get to know yourself more. I think because being a teacher here, you are well respected.
Yeah.
And now when you go to a different country,
you start from scratch?
you start from scratch. No one is like knows you, bitaw. Which is good for my part
Bitaw.
because it's
That's what
really
you-
like that's what I want.
Yeah.
That's what I
Mm.
want. Yeah.
True. So what was your biggest worry upon your arrival there?
Can I find work?
Uh,
How will I raise?
How are you able to sustain yourself?
Yeah,
there?
how will I sustain myself? How am I going to deal
Yeah.
different kinds of people problems?
Mm.
Because I know for sure it's not just Filipino.
Correct.
It has different nationalities that you're going to know. How is their culture? How they treat others. So that was my first worries. I think na would I find work jud kay you cannot go on a foreign country without work or
Yeah.
without financial capacities.
True.
So mo na
Yeah.
mo to siya.
So you said if I remember it, like a year
A year,
within
yeah.
Australia, right?
Yeah.
So how was your faith tested during those times, Joy?
Ano siya? How was my faith tested? It was the time I think that I only know two people in Australia at the time. Those are the ones that who adopted me until now in their home.
Tama ba?
There's someone nga co-teacher sa ako ang parents nga nag-adopt sa ako for the meantime na I could stay there and it's up to me na if I will just stay there or go somewhere else. Na.
Yeah.
But thankful na I'm still there. So I think sa pud-ana is there was a moment of time na I got a bad service at work. So literal the executive chef that I was in that restaurant has like kind of reprimanded me because I did something wrong. Because they're very particular with the special dietaries in which dili na siya dire sa atua. I think we only knew lactose free. But then there you have gluten free, lactose free, vegan, vegetarian, and you have to know the differences of those kinds of dietaries. So sound of murag, that was the first time that I was reprimanded by the executive chef of the restaurant. So I think that time I was like crying to God and to my family na I wanna go home. I wanna go home because I didn't experience that here. It's quite different here, diba? But then God has showed me na if you just persevere, if you just have faith in Him, kanang He will do miraculous things. He will open doors for you. Let Him, murag, let go and let God. Murag, you have to get to know how you are going to overcome those kinds of challenges, those kind of situations ba. So that's it. I think that's how God has like and as well when I arrived to Australia, I feel like the work, the school and the shelter is already prepared. That's how good God is. Because I found that work 2 weeks after I arrived there. But it was my first interview in 4 days when I just arrived there. And I'm very blessed na I had that kind of experience because currently some international students have having a hard time finding work.
Finding work.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I feel like it's all laid out na when I get there. Yeah, even in the application process. Because although nadugay siya for 4 months, but when you knew that
it's
God...
a visa, right?
Yes,
You
a visa.
Yeah.
It was a struggle actually.
True.
Like I shared it with you guys, like how I prayed, how I am very frustrated na. But then God has showed me na in His right timing, di ba? Kanang everything, murag, mismo ako murag kog ma-shock nga, Lord, how good you are.
Yeah.
Na I think I felt na everything was prepared already for me when I got there in Australia.
I think that's one of the reasons why the visa took so long, because God had to make time for all these
The other
things.
preparations.
For
Yes.
the other preparations
'Cause-
at Australia,
Correct.
right? It's not just like the song says, even though when I don't feel it, you're working,
You were working.
right? Something like that.
Yeah, true.
Go on.
Timing gito kay I think the restaurant that I'm working in, they're preparing for their first grand opening. Yeah, so it was really like how good, how grabe ka waymaker si Lord.
Gi-place jud niya tanan.
Yes, that's how I felt when I got there.
Unsa na lay kuwang?
Baka naman.
I think we all know what's missing. But
Ay.
nah, I don't
Hindi.
think.
Ano, God's timing rin pod gihapon.
Yeah.
Diba?
It can surely wait.
True. God's timing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so moto
A
siya.
person from down under.
But has I'm gonna throw this question to the two gentlemen here. But have you like experienced anything like that na not exactly na when you're like outside the Philippines, but your testimony regarding God laying out everything. It seems like God has laid out everything and it feels smooth ra jud. Sige daw.
Kuya John.
Sa ko siguro when it not to brag or anything, but when it comes to my relationships sa fiancé
Ay,
siguro.
sana all. Insert yun. Ba't ako pa na-ask to? Go, John.
No, I think God allowed me to go through several challenges or experiences. Yes, okay, He was still like
Preparing you.
preparing me, not only me but also her, for us to go through that, to go through this kanang stage of relationship. Mo na murag, when we officially became a couple, kay murag, just talking about marriage was so easy for us. No,
Yeah.
diba?
Yeah.
It wasn't a taboo topic
Taboo topic.
like other
Couples do.
fresh or new couples bitaw. Murag, it will take
Merg
time.
struggle pa.
Yes.
It's not easy to open up for someone.
Yeah.
Kaya it was so easy to open up, Bridget.
Yeah.
Like we didn't say nga, can you see me as your husband? Wala, murag, we were talking about inani atong buhaton.
Wala, merg. Part na dyan siya ba, no?
Part na siya sa conversation.
Correct. Oh,
Masa
sana
nakasunod
all.
i-pray.
Agi sa mga heartbreaks. Ano na day? Ay, you're going there. You're going there. Oh,
No.
she's here.
Part
Shout out
two.
my fiance at the back of the
Sana
camera.
Sige. How about you, JR?
Or for me, I think in terms of my career and my course, because I wasn't an aspiring seafarer. Yeah,
okay.
we were the first batch to be part of the K to 12 program in the
Senior high
Philippines, yeah,
school.
or the senior high school. And then one of my course mainly was regarding maritime transportation or STEM maritime. And then supposedly I had an international scholarship na.
Ay, maubo.
Yeah, supposedly I was part of that scholarship, and then turns out when we did the medical exam, I wasn't able to pass because of my ears.
Ear.
And then like the nurses there in the clinic gave like an impression I have a hole in my ear inside my eardrum. So for them, they cannot give me a fit to work or like to be part of the scholarship program because the scholarship was so strict. It's so very fixated on the medical requirements, especially if you're just a scholar at that time. So during my senior high school years, I was privileged to be part of an international research conference,
Okay.
and then that for me was my break. But that was for me one of the most highlights in my life because I was then given like the opportunity to be a researcher and to present my research internationally.
Ay, maubo.
Yes, and then
Diba puro na kumamauba din eh.
and then that led to a new trajectory because when I found out that I can't proceed to maritime in the maritime industry, one of my mentors, I asked guidance from one of my mentors, and then
Yeah.
he said, "Play to your strengths." So when you pick a new course, try to find something that gives you the ability to succeed, and then one of which was research. And then
Lohiro ang research ang kuan ba strand.
Strength. I
Okay.
think research ang pinaka ano sa mga students. no?
Oh, that the thesis.
The question,
thing,
the
like,
question is, unsay
Come
mong
on.
research?
well,
Sumog ra Jay.
but kidding aside, that
No,
research,
kidding
that
aside.
strength was the foundation of as to why I go for psychology as a course, because every semester we have the ability to make research
Research.
proposals every semester for 4 years. And then not knowing after passing the boards, I was searching out for jobs who would take me as a psychometrician.
Yeah.
And then one of the clinics that I applied to was fortunately from the maritime industry.
Ginoo,
And then
no?
from there on, like the interview, the final interview from the medical director, from the hiring manager was so flawless. Like it was so smooth. To think na I think this is because God didn't want me to be a
seafarer.
seafarer, but God wants
Instead,
me to help.
help.
Correct.
seafarers.
Exactly.
So
Sabi yan, no?
So that's the outline, the bottom line of like how faith was really a stronghold for me in times of great distress. So something like that.
So parang it's amazing but it's still in line with what you
Yeah.
initially wanted to be without.
Exactly.
Yes.
So it really paved way to my meaning and to my purpose.
Was your heart broken when you
Of
knew
course, yeah.
katong you weren't able to?
Yeah, I think they were
Yes.
crying as well at the time. Like I
Because-
think the whole family was like, "Oh, we know that he wants it, ba? But then God has a different plan."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how did you, as the sister, comfort your brother?
I do like, oh. I mean, it's okay. God has a different plan for your life.
But,
But
you know what, Joy, like you sharing me ba on how the dynamics sa inyong family pud ba work, it's just amazing sa somehow nga you can be able like to share these things like as
the
a family.
parents?
Yeah, to the parent. May ana ba?
I think it
Murag-
takes a lot of time to develop something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true,
Yeah.
that's true. Pero no, di ba? Murag,
Yes,
God's
yes.
grace pod ba nga murag. I think for every family, it's always nice ba nga there's a conversation for that. Mga emotional conversation. And it's, I think, for the Filipino family, it's quite difficult to like cater onto that.
One thing, I think devotion really,
Is
as a
really-
family is one of the foundation for that one.
Yeah.
Because by the time when you are having a devotion as a family, you feel that you are very open.
True.
to-
True.
Say something na without judgment.
Yeah.
Because
Or sometimes
in our
na.
devotional style, Manggod, is that we ask how's your day, and then what are the things,
Share.
we share at the end of
Yeah.
our reflection. We share what are the things that you want to pray for,
Yeah.
and then how are you,
Yeah.
kamusta ka, and then we're about to, what are you thankful for the day,
Yeah.
and then so we kind of have that
Dynamics.
meaningful conversations
True.
all throughout the night.
Yeah. Oh, points yun for you, John.
It's-
because
For the
you're
future
starting a
family.
It's just so I'm not trying to be a jokester no jud kay Marco. Like, it's being established naman
No,
ng mga
John.
jokes.
No, John. I appreciate your
After
jokes.
hearing you saying nga nang how was your day, but it just reminds me of how unsa ang dynamics sa ko family kay whenever we eat gani may it be breakfast, lunch, dinner, we're the type of family nga di jud magtinagdanay basta mukaon.
Ay mo ba?
Food is important.
Food is life.
We only
Food
talk
is importanter.
on the table kung kanang layo ang pagkaon, please pass the food. Yeah, ako, I just joke around with them sometimes. Muana ako, so how was your day, sister? How was your day, brother? Yeah, muana rin na sila, eat. Out. So funny lang ba when you mention how was your day? Kayo kay numdum na ko sa dynamics sa mong family na kanang
Yeah.
they won't take me seriously. Ba? Right? Well, although joke nam sa nana ko, mamutan ako, how was your day? Kay, ambot lang sa hanggol kay Mikao na pamilya. Tanawa ko na kumanggol lang.
Ala, grabe.
Ala.
Grabe si John.
But yes, go, John, since...
Anyways, I think we're getting off track. So, I think this is the question you've been waiting for, Joe. If you were to, since you've been in Australia
Australia.
for a year,
I'll say, oy.
if you had the chance to go back in time, where you were still deciding to go abroad, what advice or encouragement will you say to your younger self?
I listed 3 things.
Ay?
Three things. Is that-
Three things.
Why is 3 very symbolic for you?
Ano lang?
Kasi I love
It's
you.
it's ano lang siya. It's easy to remember.
Okay.
Diba? Sige. So,
Fishing, guys.
kuya want to ma-reveal diri.
Ay, usam na na-reveal. Oh, no!
3 things.
Sige, go.
3 things as I recall nga sa akong experience before. 3 kinds of encouragement is number 1, stop worrying. God is working.
Amen.
Because I can recall how many times I cried during our devotion, how many times I cried to the Lord privately, na Lord, I'm frustrated. I'm tired of waiting. Where is my visa? Karon na sa nga season. Sumukang John.
Sorry, continue.
Face reveal na ba niya?
Uy, may nasip yan. Usam ng face reveal.
Hindi na ako naisip. So, moto, stop worrying. God is working. Mo gid na. Because those times are when murag I feel nga the times that I spend worrying, I know that God was there working. Like how did JR said it? Yeah, working at the background na he's laid up everything na day when I go to Australia. That's why I waited for 4 months to have my visa. So kana, stop worrying. God is working. Second, seek the Lord more. Okay, I think by the time that you are not just asking for something, but thanking Him, giving thanks to the Lord. Always give thanks whatever happens, even though you face some kind of challenges. Give thanks because out from the challenges, you may learn a lot of things. You may realize a lot of things. And you will say how good the Lord is na He gave this, He took away something, but He gave something na mas better. Opportunities and everything. And then number 3, I just heard last Sunday ago, a song called God is More Than Able. So in that, naay murag lyrics dito na, who am I to deny what the Lord can do? See, so it's a test of faith, good na. You always trust the Lord, never question Him. Kung if your plan doesn't go your way, bitaw. And then if you have that kind of discouragement, ay di man na ako kaya. I cannot do this. I'm not I don't have any past experiences in the Philippines to do these things in Australia. But then that song reminded me na, who are you to deny what the Lord can do to your life?
It's like saying, don't put God inside a box.
Yeah. And don't restrict God on your life. Don't restrict God what can He do to your life. So, moto, ganahan kiko ato nga lyrics. Who am I to deny what the Lord can do? So, More Than Able, guys, ang song. So, if you want
Sang
to
by
listen.
who?
Huh? Praise and worship. Elevation worship.
Okay.
Sample daw, sample.
Huh?
Sample. Kato na line.
Ay, sa.
I think I can connect now.
No, na. Napag.
The last Sunday
Yeah.
thingy. Okay.
That's the reason why she wasn't here.
Okay.
Ah.
I attended. Ay, sorry.
Oh.
I attended.
Kalma lang. Ay, karatol.
Guilty man.
Kalma.
You attended the what?
Church anniversary. That's why I was invited.
Which church, man?
Basta.
I think you can see Roman. Nachi mga fishing budget pa. Anyway. So, yeah. Well, thank you for those. I think I like the number 1 and the number 3.
Yeah.
Stop worrying. God,
God
is
is
working.
working.
Parang, I like those lines.
Diba, rhyming rapod siya ba?
Yeah,
It's
rhyming
easy
siya,
to
no?
remember.
Yeah. And very theological man po.
Yeah.
Diba? Yeah. So that's actually is our episode today. It's about you, Joy. We really appreciate your time.
thank you,
today.
guys.
And as
Thank
what
you,
you've
thank
said
you.
earlier, this is like your first bonding with the two of you.
Yes.
I'm so really happy that both of you are here, like brothers and sisters. Come
you happy,
on, it's
Arn?
something I
Yes.
know.
Oh.
Aww.
Hug
Yes.
na.
Hug the way, hug.
Later.
Sample down on how a brother and sister should hug the way.
Charot.
So what's your key takeaway, John?
Do not worry.
Ah.
Wait. Patience is a virtue.
Yeah.
Yes, patient is really a virtue.
And you, JR?
I think for me is faith. Faith is the cornerstone of how we deal with uncertainty. Especially
Yeah.
when
Bro, di ka kayong dito kung magsifer ka.
Wala ka diri actually sa
Bro, dili ka
Podpointe.
makaingon nga. The cornerstone, faith is a cornerstone. Wait, I was just kidding. Yeah.
But really, faith is the cornerstone of in times of great distress and how you deal with uncertainty, especially to Ate's case na she went to another country. And then with very limited people that she knows, she was able to go through a year and almost and a half,
Yeah.
and then sustaining herself there, maintaining herself there.
Are you proud of her?
Of course.
Oh.
Of course, I think we had a conversation mapod ni ate before she went. She asked me if I'm angry with her because she's leaving, and
Yeah.
then I told her no, because I think this is a great opportunity for your own betterment, especially if not just professionally but also as an individual. And
Because I
then-
was asking about that one because I know for sure na he will be the one left here.
Yeah.
Because our youngest brother is also in Taiwan. So
Bitaw.
I actually remembered I was joking with him the other Sunday or a few weeks ago where I told him maruas yung mga igsuon. Sa ginaan naman yung kadiri.
Sorry, Art. For betterment.
Yeah. Diba? And he is proud of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But are you also proud of JR?
Of course.
Diba?
Like, I was so happy. na he got part of this ministry.
Yeah.
Na-
Following the footsteps of
Ay.
her sister.
Ayun.
Sana all. So yeah, I was definitely happy that he told me that he's gonna be part of the Podpointe. That's why I think the first episode that he was there, I was really sharing it on my stories,
Yeah.
posting it on my socials. So that's how proud I am.
With the video na ba to?
Yeah,
with
with the video
na,
na to.
I
Yeah.
think you watched the video with the popcorn, man.
I do like that. Cheering him on from the land down under.
Oh, laisyo.
Managing Vegemite.
Katong night cheese.
All right, so that's actually a wrap for today. Thank you once again, Joy.
Thank you so much,
Thank
guys.
you, Joy.
Thank you for the opportunity.
All right. If you want more contents like this, you can visit our Facebook page. That is the Podpointe. We other have socials. It's in YouTube and Spotify, so you can check us out. That is the Podpointe. That is ThePodpointe. The Podpointe. And then if you are available to every Sunday, we also have our Sunday service. That is here at One Central Hotel, 7th floor. And then the name of our church is Crosspoint Church, Cebu.
Yes, Crosspoint Church Cebu. Please do come. Please do come. We won't bite you guys. And will you still be here?
Next Sunday, yes.
Yeah, she will be here. You can talk to her, ask her about the land down under, and
If you want to get to know more.
yeah, if you want to get to know more about her.
And you can invite. You can also invite.
yeah,
Joy.
invite.
What?
Wala lagi ko na-ready invitation. All right, so that's a wrap for today's episode. Have a nice afternoon. See you in our next episode.
See you guys.
Bye.
Shout out to Frenny Joy.
Uy. Shout out to my friends and family in Australia.